Welcome back. This is Math, Chapter 5, Lesson 6, the coordinate plane. The essential question: how are integers and absolute value used in real-world situations? What will we learn today? To identify points and ordered pairs, to name an ordered pair after a reflection on the coordinate plane. Vocabulary: quadrants. This is a coordinate plane, the x-axis, horizontal, and the y-axis, this is a vertical number line. Quadrant 1 starts over here where the x is positive and the y is positive. Quadrant 1, we're using Roman numerals to identify the quadrants, and we're counting counterclockwise. Quadrant 2, Quadrant 3, and Quadrant 4. Goes like a backwards clock. Number 1 starts where both integers are positive. Identify the ordered pair that names point C. Then identify the quadrant in which it is located. Here's point C. Start at the origin, 0, 0. Move right on the x-axis. 1.5 jumps to the right. The x-coordinate is 1.5. Move up the y-axis. The y-axis is 1. Point C is located at 1.5 and 1. Both coordinates are positive, so point C is in quadrant 1. Identify the ordered pair that names point P, then identify the quadrant in which it is located. So here's point P. You start by going to the right, and then you go down. If we go down on the y-axis, those numbers are negative, okay? Remember, we're counting quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Show your work in your math notebook, bring your questions to the group, press play when you're ready to go on. Number 2, identify the point located at -1.5 and -1. We start at the origin, move left on the x-axis. The x-coordinate is -1.5. Okay? Move down the y-axis. The y-coordinate is -1. So we went to the left because x is negative. We went to the left on the number line, and we went down on the y-axis because the y is also a negative integer. Both the x and the y are negative in this quadrant. Point B is located at -1.5, -1. Both coordinates are negative, so point B is in quadrant 3. Here's another example. Identify the point located at -2.5. Then identify the quadrant in which it is located. We start at the origin, 0, 0, go left 2, and go up a +1/2, okay? What quadrant is that? This is quadrant 1. You count counterclockwise. Show your work in your math notebook, bring your questions to the group, press play when you're ready to go on. Number 3, name the ordered pair that is a reflection of -3, 2 across the x-axis. A reflection. So this is the x-axis, okay? And a reflection is like what you see in the mirror. To reflect across the x-axis, keep the same x-coordinate, -3, and take the opposite of the y-coordinate. The opposite of +2 is -2. So we see that -3, 2 is here in quadrant 2, and we want to reflect it across the x-axis. So the x stays the same, and we're 2 jumps up above the number line. So to find the reflection, we go 3 to the left and 2 jumps down. -3, -2. So to reflect across the x-axis, we kept the x coordinate the same, and we found the opposite of the y-axis, of the y coordinate. Name the ordered pair that is a reflection of 2, -4 across the x-axis. It's just like the one we just finished. Review the video, show your work in your book, bring your questions to the group, press play when you're ready to go on. Number 4, Kendall is building a square fence. She places fence posts at the locations indicated on the grid. What is the location of the post that reflects -4, 4 across the y-axis? So now we're reflecting across the y. To reflect across the y-axis, keep the same y coordinate. Remember that it's always x, y, because alphabetically x comes before y. Okay, so we're reflecting across the y-axis. The y coordinate stays the same. So the 4 stays the same. And we're going to find the opposite of -4. The opposite of -4 is +4. So -4, 4 reflects across the y-axis is +4, 4. So the y stayed +4. The x changed from -4 to +4. Mr. Hines is planting a new square vegetable garden in his backyard. One quarter of the garden is located at -3, 2. What is the location of the corner that reflects -3, 2 across the y-axis? So your y coordinate is going to stay 2. And what's the opposite of -3? Show your work in your math notebook. Press play when you're ready to go on. How did what you learned today help you answer the essential question? How are integers and absolute value used in real-world situations? Here's your ticket out the door. Name the ordered pair that is a reflection of 5, -4 over the y-axis. Bring your work to the group. Show all answers in your notebook. That's all for now.